Hello and welcome to our special broadcast. I'm coming to you from New York, the only Indian news channel in New York City right now. And I'm sitting with the nominees, Netflix nominees. On the scale of 1 to 10, how nervous or jittery are you guys?
Today I'm great. Tomorrow I'll be a complete wreck.
What about you, Vir?
I think of myself as representing India, but also an Indian story. And every passing year, I'm happier to live in a world where the world is listening to Indian stories. Netflix is a huge part of that as well. So the fact that we can do jokes about Andheriya mode and Noida for people sitting in Norway or people sitting in America is insane. You never thought that would happen before.
Yeah.
And it enables us to be more authentic as a comedy voice. Am I nervous? Not so much. I'm here. Like, this is the win. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
win or lose.
it's almost the victory that we are all seeing right now.
This is to be here, and I'm really enjoying the Emmys this time. So it's a win.
Yeah. Monika, for you, 8 nominations, 1 win in last 5 years. How has the journey been for you as a Netflix vice president?
I just feel as a Netflix India team, I think I couldn't be more proud. I mean, to be sitting with Shefali and Vir here, it's the second time for Vir. It's the second time for our show, Delhi Crime. First year we won, for the series, and now Shefali is nominated. I'm just so proud. Overall, I think in the last 4 years, having so many nominations for Sacred Games, Lust Stories, DC and Veer Das, and this year we also won in Busan. We won the best drama series across Asia for Scoop. We won the best actress. I just feel it is time now for Indian stories to really shine on the global stage. I think just the way, many years ago, and it still does, what flying has done for taking people to different countries and cultures, I think streaming is doing in such a beautiful way. It's taking artists like these, voices like them, to really the world stage and getting everyone to experience, like Veer said, mentioning Andheriya more, sitting in Norway, and like Shefali said, sitting there proudly as an Indian and knowing that you represent the stories of your country. So I just feel that as Netflix, we are able to, in a very humble way, be a very important part of that. I also actually feel very proud that Jim Sarb is here. He's nominated for Rocket Boys. So just as an Indian, as an Indian sort of streaming service executive, and to be flanked by these two talented people, I mean, it's so special.
I'll come to that.
Generous.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm being very honest because it's tremendous. I think it's really tremendous that we are all here.
It's a proud moment for all of us. Shefali, what went into prepping for your role? I mean, when you used to go back home after shooting, how did you used to, switch off your mind and divert your mind, considering what the kind of role that you played?
It's not like I carried the scene back with me, but I did not want to divert my mind or cut off from the show at all at any point of time. I get obsessive when I'm working. I love it. So all I think, dream, eat, sleep is about the show and the part. And it was, how long is your show? I can't explain what it went into preparing for Delhi Crime. It took a lot. Also, when you're presenting a story which is real, it takes great amount of sensitivity and responsibility. And that was kept in mind by the directors, by Netflix, So it's a lot that went into it. If I had to encompass it in one word, a lot of heart went into it.
I think it's just 2 words that sum up what Shefali is and what Vartika is. She is the quintessential Madam Sir.
She is the Madam, definitely.
Yeah. I can't imagine anyone else having played that.
You really gleam like a real gem when we see you on air. Like, be it theatres, be it films, be it OTT shows. I mean, you stand out, of course. But, what is that one aspect of Vartika that was really hard for you to let go of? You know, good characters tend to do that.
To let go of?
Yeah.
I've got to be honest. I am extremely possessive about Vartika. And when I talk about her, or when I think, okay, we're going to go back into the next season, or we're discussing something, and I'm getting goosebumps when I say it, and it has nothing to do with the cold. But there was nothing difficult that I needed to let go of Vartika. I love her for her strength. I love her for her flaws. And the best is she has flaws, but she owns them.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I mean.
Veer, I'm very curious to know if you're carrying the Indian soil.
I am definitely carrying the Indian soil. I think landing was. I didn't expect it to become a calling card. Like, I remember when we started talking about it at Netflix as well. I kind of went into the office and I'm like, set nahi hai, and it's humble, the show, you know, so it's not coming from a place of fanciness.
Yes.
There's one stool and there's 3 lights and there's some sand.
Yeah.
Which, you know, when you're doing your fourth thing with Netflix, I find like a lot of Western comedians tend to go bigger suit, bigger stadium. And I like the fact that Indian comedians, we get a little more humble. And we take the trappings of privilege away in that sense. So I didn't expect it to be such a thing, and now it's the one question that everybody asks. I was in Albany, New York last night, and I have sand with me. Abhi, kitna sand leke jayega? I'm rationing sand, and I also, like I mentioned in landing, I also have to pick it up after the show, right?
Yes.
So that's the part of the show that nobody sees is, 3,000 people have come, they've clapped, you know, God willing, they've stood up and gone home. But the last visual of a Virdas comedy show is me doing jhadu and
we
putting
should
sand
definitely
back into
see
a bag.
that.
Son of the soil.
But we will definitely, dude, will we see that you taking the Indian soil on stage if we see you winning there?
Look, what I love about these award ceremonies is you've allowed a comedian to punch very much above his weight.
Yes.
If you think about it, I'm nominated with Derry Girls, which is a massive multi-million-dollar series, and these other gigantic fictional shows.
Yeah.
And I'm just a guy on a stool, you know, so the audacity or the thought of winning isn't something I'm entertaining. I'm just kind of enjoying the blessing, and whatever happens, happens. I do not think I'll be pouring sand on the Emmy stage, which I will then have to and be like, it's a lot to fit into 30 seconds if God is kind.
Yeah. So, you know, talk to me about Virdas Landing. What does the name signify? Is it the launch pad for Virdas?
I mean, I do think it's a decent piece of work from if you're just a viewer, you know, I think it competes with a piece of cinema in that there's a story to it, there's a structure to it. I don't know what it launches. Hopefully bigger things are happening next year. I'm directing and starring in a movie. I'll star in an American series, and I'll do 2 action movies. So hopefully, if that's a launch pad, then yes, I think so.
Absolutely. You know, take us through the process of writing comedy and then performing on stage and doing that on air. So what's the difference and how do you manage all of it?
You have to understand that when a comedian films a Netflix special, we're done with the material. You know, so Netflix won't allow it on, and I wouldn't allow it to go on Netflix until it's really seasoned and really tight. So Landing, I think, did 160 performances before we filmed it for Netflix, right? And we had big discussions about where do we film it, and here's 2 hours of material. What is the hour that actually makes it onto the show? So you've really toured the world before it shows up, and then it goes around the world again. You know, so it's kind of like 2 world tours happen for a show, and as you go to different countries, the joke changes and it gets tighter. So
and you have 30 more shows to go. Globally?
I'm doing 33 countries this year. It'll be the largest ever tour by an Indian comic. But, you know, like what I always tell my wife is like, "Arey, 33 countries." What I tell her is, see, here's what it boils down to. I can get, God willing, between 5 and 10,000 people into a room in any major city in the world. So I'm as famous as an H&M underwear sale, basically, which is, you know, same amount of people. and just as impressive. So,
Monica, for you, I mean, 2023 has been surreal. It started with an Oscar award for Elephant Whisperers and, now nominations for Emmy International. So how do you see this for Netflix and future?
Honestly, it's something that we had planned as a journey as the Netflix India team. You cannot have Netflix, which is the pioneering service, doing so much amazing work and telling world-class stories in every country, and to really be in India and not get the best voices and not really, take them, to larger India and around the world. So it was always the plan. What we were working on was really, putting that thought, that vision, that blood, sweat and tears that goes in getting the right voices, the right creators, the right talent, the right casting and everything. And, it's bit by bit that you get there. So I think it's all the work, and the COVID years actually were a lot of putting our heads down, working. It was a hard journey for us. Everyone expected Netflix India to just be like a switch on kind of a thing. Okay, now you're here in India, and now everything that you do has to just work a certain way. That doesn't happen. It takes a lot of work to get the creative community together, to do the work that you need to do to entertain your audiences, to bring them something fresh every time, surprising every time. So that's a very important part, and to really keep bettering the quality. So this year, I think, has been a tremendous year for us. We began with Trial by Fire.
Yes.
And we've been doing both commercial, sweet spot, and, stories that are very prestige driven. So I think across the board, really from left to right, we've been programming very, very diverse subjects. And we just recently had, yesterday, in fact, we launched The Railwaymen,
yes,
which is such a phenomenal mini-series. And on the Bhopal gas leak and what happened that night and how did Indian Railways men save. We have the Archies coming up.
Yes.
We just had India's first survival drama series, Kala Pani. Beautiful series.
Yeah.
Has been called the best series till date. And if you guys haven't watched it,
I watched it. I loved it.
It's so amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And very quirky Guns and Gulabs. Since there's comedy, Guns and Gulabs is such a quirky. Sudeep's Kora has been so defining. Vishal Bhardwaj's Khufia, Sujoy Ghosh's Jaane Jaan. We've had Kathal, which is...
Sania Malhotra's.
Yes. So I think just overall Scoop, like I mentioned, and a lot of commercial stories like Class, like Rana. So a lot of, different types of stories. Even a film like Chor Nikal Ke Bhaga, which became a raging hit in LATAM.
Yeah.
It's a heist in mid-air. And so I just feel that picking very different subjects that talk to a larger audience, and every story finding its audience, because for us at Netflix, different taste and mood is very important. We don't want to just program in a way that everything is meant for everyone. Yes, there will be certain stories that will be meant for everyone, but there'll be many stories which will be meant for many large, different taste cohorts of people. And that's what I think true entertainment is all about, to giving different kind of voices of talent and creators a chance. So we hope to keep doing that more and more. Next year is going to be very big and very surprising.
Amazing. Looking forward to that. Shefali, take us through your journey, cinematic journey. I'll give you 5 projects of yours, and you have to tell us your fond memories of that. Beginning with Satya.
I was really surprised that that particular role, which was of 7 minutes, which includes 3 minutes of a song, could garner so much love and respect. I did not expect anything out of it. So, and it worked. I think also it was, finished.
Monsoon Wedding.
Ensemble cast. I learned something on that set which I will never ever forget, which is sometimes you just need to be a part of the furniture. Every moment can't be yours and doesn't have to be yours. मैं दिखा दूंगा, अरे नहीं देखना है लेकिन, you know, it's somebody else's moment, let that happen. Just, you are supporting the story, the characters, which is big, which is great. So that was my biggest learning from Monsoon Wedding. And I missed my first international award. I didn't miss, I mean, it won the Golden Lion and I couldn't be there. And I'm making up for it right now.
Right now?
Yes, with Netflix and with Delhi Crime. And
Yes.
so, yeah. I work with two of my favorite men, Vipul and Mr. Bachchan.
Mr. Bachchan.
I love Mr. Bachchan. I think a little more than Vipul.
Dil Dhadakne Do.
Oh, the cruise.
है ना?
We were a crazy bunch of people. Like we would wait for, so deck 7 had become hamara adda. People stopped coming there. It was crazy. We carried a big, that nagada hota hai na, wo loud music and going crazy. Yeah. But,
Darlings.
oh, darling.
That's my
That's my-
personal favorite of yours.
What is my most favorite memory of Darlings? The one moment in the film that I did not expect at all, and I don't think anyone expected, which was the moment between Zulfi and Shamshu.
Yes.
It was a beautiful, beautiful moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Veer, now I'm going to give you...
I also love Mr. Bachchan more than Vipul Shah.
Yeah, yeah,
If you're asking, I just want to...
yeah.
Good one.
For the record.
Yes. Veer, I'm
No,
going
no offense to Vipul Shah. This is Mr.
No,
Bachchan.
even I.
Okay, Veer, I'm going to give you a hypothetical situation right now.
Is it my career?
No.
No.
So, suppose I'm somebody who is not into stand-up comedy,
Okay.
and you have to convince me to watch it. How would you do that?
If you were not into stand-up comedy at all,
Yeah.
I would never convince you to watch it. I would tell you never to go to a stand-up comedy show.
Why?
I don't want you in my crowd, being all silent and all, ऐसा frowning, etc. Mat aao.
No, what if I sit there and enjoy?
Then you should find that journey on your own. Why don't you manifest coming to my show and then come to my show?
Or watch a clip of it, or watch a trailer of it on Netflix, and then you will land up.
Here's what I would say to you. I would say my genre, my humble genre, is the only genre where we can fundamentally disagree about things and laugh under the same roof. I think laughter is more uniting than anything else in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now I'm going to give you two terms, and you have to describe and compare it in your style. How you did it in landing, like how you did between.
You know, I don't do
India and-
stand up for free and all. ऐसा पैसा लगता है. ठीक है, हाँ, okay.
Okay, so first is millennials and Gen Z.
I love Gen Z. I think they genuinely will save the world. I respect their beliefs. I just hate their opinion. No, I'm kidding. And what was the other one?
Millennials.
Millennials. I think I am a millennial.
So am I.
Yeah, so there you go. So we used to be cool and now we have back pain and acid reflux. And this is all I got.
Good one.
Accept it.
Relationship and situationship.
I don't know what a situationship is.
Yeah, even I don't know.
In my time, we just call it "Mummy Papa ko mat batao." All right, so that's
Exactly.
basically what it is. I think. Yeah.
Okay, love marriage and arranged marriage.
I believe in arranged marriage. I do. I think it works out. Arranged marriage is it's like an Uber ride. You know, somebody else is driving, destination is selected, you are just pushing buttons in the back. It's great. You know.
All right. What is that one thing that's still on your wish list? All of you. One biggest thing.
I just want to get better and better and better at what I do. I think there's an opportunity for an Indian comic to be a global comedy voice, being authentically Indian. So I just want to get really, really, really better at what I do so I can fill that role.
Wish you the best for that. Monica?
I'm a very greedy actor. I'm a very greedy person also. So why should I only select one? I want everything. There are so many dreams. There is so much more to achieve. There is so much more to discover. And if I don't want to restrict it to one particular thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I would second that. I was also wondering why one only. There are just so many things to do, actually. So for me, it would really be finding really the best stories that we can tell, take them to the world, just, win a lot of awards, really keep doing better and better work. So, and keep trying harder and harder to tell the most meaningful and the most entertaining stories. So, yeah.
I wish you all the best, guys, and good luck for tomorrow. We hope we'll win and take back the Emmy Award back to India.
Yeah.
Congratulations and all the best for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.